Hey guys, what's up? It's once again mp4podcast.com, and Hauppauge was at E3 and they asked Microsoft and Sony, and it looks like their capture device, the HD PVR 2, will work with the Xbox One PS4. But I'm a little curious in what way. So let's, I'm just going to read you what it says right over here. I'll leave this link in the description box if you guys want to read it for yourself. We talked to Sony and Microsoft people at the recent E3 show. As per now, it looks like, remember, looks like Xbox One and PS4 will both work with HD PVR 2. Okay, so this goes on, things can change, blah, blah, blah. Over here, we have 3 different versions of the HD PVR 2. There is the original, which is $119.99. There is the HD2 Gaming Edition Plus version, high definition. That one's $172. That's this one over here, the one $172.49. And this other one, which is more for, I guess, recording television shows, this is $162.61. Now, this is the one that I have, and, HDMI in, HDMI out, blah, blah, blah. The copy protection that prevents you from recording over HDMI is called HDCP. It stands for High Definition Copy Protection, okay? Now, the rule is, if you want to make a Blu-ray player, you have to go get a license from the Blu-ray people, whatever. And the rule is that HDCP must be implemented and be on all the time the machine is on. All right. So let me just turn this off. So that's why you can't record easily with the PS3 over HDMI. There are some workarounds. Now this is the newer version. And as you can see, it has opt-in. The opt-in is the optical cable AC3 for audio. So with the PS3, you can tell the PS3 to only send the video through HDMI. So there's only video in the HDMI. And then you tell the PS3 to send the audio through the optical cable, the AC3 or whatever. And then, the HD PVR 2 can put it back together and you can record. Because there is no HDCP when you split the video and audio into 2 different cables. So before this was even out, a lot of people came up with this solution. This is what I made an old video. Now, what's good about this device, it works on all captured devices. Doesn't matter if you have an HD PVR 2, doesn't matter if you have an Elgato, an AVR Media, a Roxio Game Capture HD. It works on all of them. Basically what this is, it's this without the capture ability. So let's talk about this for a second. Right here is the device. Now I did a review on this. It's a really good device. As you can see, this is the box. Right over here we have the AC SPDIF. That's the optical digital cable. That's the input, and right over here is DVI. So this is the input, right? And then we have another DVI. The only DVI output. This will be your clean HDMI signal. So let's look at it. All right, so here we have the special cable you need, which is an HDMI to DVI. So this part right over here, this HDMI, this goes in the back of the PlayStation 3. So at the other end of the cable, you have DVI, right? So the DVI goes into this white part of the plastic right here in the back of this box. All right. So then you have optical digital cables, AC3. So you stick one end into the PS3, and then you stick the other end right into that little black door on the right side. So the box will take the video and the audio and spit it out as a new HDMI output with no HDCP. You are now golden and can record PlayStation 3 footage over HDMI. The one thing I do recommend when you are setting up your setup, if you do go this route, set it up for 720p. Don't let the PS3 oh, let's do it automatically. You can't set 720p, 1080i, or 1080p. You only pick one resolution, so just remember that. And it works really good. So what I'm wondering, when they say that it can work with the HD PVR 2, are they talking about this version that has this feature? Okay, remember that. So what I think, if it is this version only, which has the opt-in, that means there'll have to be an upgrade to the Elgato. Like Elgato will have to release a new capture device, you know, AVR media for the portable, the Roxio, and everything like that. Or, you know, if you have more than one capture card or whatever, you don't have one yet, you can get this solution. And what's good about this solution is that it works with all of them. Also, what's really good about this setup does not change your audio levels. HD PVR 2 is known to have less of a punch in the audio department, where the Elgato has a better punch. Like you hear the explosions, they're a little bit more beefier. So, you know, if you want to use like your Elgato, use this. Because some people might think, oh, I have this one, so I can just pass everything through this and use the DVI out and then use the Elgato. Yeah, it'll work, but your audio probably won't sound as good if it was just going into the Elgato. You know, I would say this, if you're doing voiceovers of any kind, I prefer the HD PVR 2 just because it has a better image. But if you want to get a little bit of that bang also with great noise, I like the Elgato and the AVR Media Portable. Both really good devices. So if you need to get this device, what you have to do, you have to get this box right over here. And then you need to get this cable. Of course, you're going to need one HDMI cable to go out. And you're going to need this. And you are all set. You are all golden. There won't be any HDCP. Now, like I said, the rule of thumb is when you build a Blu-ray player that HDCP will have to be enabled. What we're hoping for is that Microsoft and Sony will maybe talk to the people that own the Blu-ray technology. Some people say Sony actually doesn't really own it all. It's actually owned by a few of the big companies, probably Panasonic and I don't know, some other companies, that they're going to have to say, okay, can we turn this off when people are playing video games and allow them to just do captures, and just have it on when people are watching copyrighted material. Xbox 360 and I believe also the Nintendo Wii do have HDCP protection. However, it's only implemented when you're watching Netflix. Maybe you bought on the Xbox, you bought something from Marketplace or Amazon On Demand or Vudu or Redbox, something along that line. That's when they implement it. But they don't have to really implement it. Well, if they didn't implement it, Netflix probably wouldn't put their app on the Xbox 360 or the Nintendo Wii, and that's why they use it for that. But the rule is when you do build a Blu-ray player, you do have to have it on all the time. So you will be able to record the PS4 and the Xbox One. We just don't know if there will have to be some workarounds. It might be a good idea if you are going to pick up one of these consoles on launch, maybe not open it up for a day or two, because within that time frame, you'll probably have your answer and about how it's, you know, the workaround solutions, if there are going to be any workaround solutions. So once again, guys, this has been mp4podcast.com signing out. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Later.